The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the presenters and guests only and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Community Action Agency of Cincinnati-Hamilton County or its Head Start program.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Hello and welcome to the Parent Connection Podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Janelle Wood and this is
Latifa.
And as we always say, real mothers matter, real fathers matter, and real families matter. So today, this podcast is going to be a little different. We're bringing you what I call Community Action Agency Head Start News. And we're going to start off by talking about the new locations that CAA has. So there's going to be a CAA LLC, which is in original one. It's going to be in Bond Hill. There's another location, Ted Berry, which is on the west end. That's already been established. Then you've got CAA Millville, which I believe is new. That one is new. Let's see, Lord, there's a lot of new locations. You've got CAA Winton in Winton Hills. Then you got CAA Camp Washington, and then Discovering Minds is on Tennessee, so that's Bond Hill, right? Bond Hill, okay. There's a lot going on at CAA right now, and so we can get into some of the activities that our parents are involved in or have participated in. One being the opera. You want to talk about that? Did you go?
I did.
Okay, talk about it.
Blind Injustice. It was here at Allen Temple. They had a plethora of free tickets to, allow children to be exposed to it. The ages, I believe, began at 8 years old, because they need to have the cognitive ability to even understand what's going on. And it was real eye-opening.
Tell us what it was like.
There were multiple, I cannot remember the exact number, of opera singers representing the lives of those incarcerated, those loved ones of the incarcerated, mothers, siblings, and things like that. And it just showed so much expression in life. And one of the women, I do not remember her name, were actually on stage, and she was incarcerated, and they conveyed so much emotion, and the opera singers really showed how appreciative they were to be able to share their story, and even gain an understanding of how painful that can be. I mean, people were incarcerated for over a decade.
Okay.
And I couldn't imagine. So it was really good.
Okay.
Good job.
Oh, well, that's good. I didn't get to go, but I'm glad to know that it was a nice experience.
Yeah.
They also have book clubs that they're involved in, and I know we'll get to that one. We'll get to the book club in a minute. There's different committees that they have. They've got Fun at Bat. They've got soccer. My son started soccer last year, but he didn't quite finish it. Because we were just not there yet. So they do have that. Fun at Bat, that's baseball. And then they've got the Policy Council, of which I've been a part of and Latifa is now a part of. You want to talk about your experience with Policy Council?
I love Policy Council. Actually, Policy Council was something I became a part of that I did not plan on becoming a part of. But really, all the staff is so nice. It's so inclusive. It's very informative. You know exactly what's going on. Any questions you have, they'll go into depth about them. It's actually how I found the information to become involved in the construction program. It was the pre-apprenticeship construction program, and because, not really knowing anything about it and getting my property and wanting to do work and things like that, it was a really great eye-opening experience. The Community Action Agency has done a really good job with making sure the community is informed, and they have so many things that I've never even thought of. So
yeah, I really love Policy Council. I hope to be a part of it this upcoming year. I had a break this year, and because of that, I felt as if I was an empowered parent because I learned about all the different programs that Community Action Agency offers. the different, it's just so many activities that you can be involved in and so many different programs that you can be involved in as a parent. So really that's empowering. So I have to give Ms. Melanie a big shout out, because if it wasn't for her, there's a lot of programs I would not know about and be a part of.
Yes.
And then there's a podcast, which is what we're doing now, that allows parents to be able to use their voice to talk about the different issues that come up in parenting, whether that be how to raise a toddler, your difficulties with a toddler, co-parenting, that's one thing that we talk about. Mental health is something that we talked about. So it definitely gives you, Policy Council and CAA definitely empowers you as a parent. So the next thing we want to talk about, since we were talking about empowering as a parent, developing your parenting skills. So there's a program that they have. It's called Ready Rosie. And Ready Rosie is an app that has videos that are sent to parents to help you teach your children. So whether that's bedwetting, whether that's how to deal with like a difficult child, how to put your child to sleep, or having sleep issues, or with a routine with your child is what I really want to say. They send you different videos that help you parent better. So it's not the end all be all, because there's no guide in parenting. It's just to help you and give you different strategies that kind of help deal with your child specifically. Then there's Parent on Point, which is it's almost the same thing, but it's not. They have 12 weeks of workshops where you get together with a facilitator, and then you talk about parenting issues and things like that, which I think is really, really, really neat. The next thing I want to talk about is the book club. So right now, there's a book called I Love School by Marie Janelle, and she's now the manager of the CCP, so the Child Care Partnerships, and it's on the read list of each of the sites. So her name is Marie Janelle, and I had the pleasure of meeting her today, which I don't think that was my first time meeting her, but she was really sweet, and I think this book is really cute. So if you haven't already, get I Love School. Is there any other books that you all talked about in Policy Council?
We have not.
Needy Okafor.
Yeah, she has a trilogy, African-based trilogy, and it weaves African culture and folklore into the books. She is also the author of the Black Panther comics. So if you all don't know, of course, it's a part of the Marvel world. I'm sure most of you do know.
Black Panther, okay.
So
Wakanda.
Yes, Wakanda forever.
Forever.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Oh, and Marie Janelle is actually Head Start alumni as well. So I wanted to throw that out there.
Yes.
But that's good. Okafor.
Right, and she was here May 2nd, so I didn't get to attend that, but the Policy Council let me know. So you all make sure you get involved, whoever sees this.
Yes.
Yeah, so, oh, and also there, did we get them? Oh, you didn't go through all of this.
Yep.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are plenty of spaces open as well for homeschooling. So for you parents who are like, hey, we can't get out the house, I don't have transportation, it's okay. Head Start will come to you. So check us out, give a call.
They will teach you how to teach your children.
Yes.
Which I think is a really great program, and a lot of people don't understand or know, and a lot of people do not participate because they don't know. So if you know better, you do better, right?
Exactly. All 5 of my children, my starting lineup, have attended Head Start. And I cannot say enough about the teaching they have done, the love that they have. You can see it. You know, kids, when they go to school, they spend more time with teachers usually than they do parents. By the time you get the kids home, you're cooking, cleaning, maybe doing some homework, bath, bed, and then you finally pass out and wake up to do it again.
Yep.
So the fact that I can peacefully trust who I leave my children with, and I haven't had any issues, and I always ask questions. Parents always ask questions. How was their day? I also talk to your kids too, because I don't trust just anybody. My kids or adults were. And cognitive development games and things like that they do, all, learning through play and all of that, can't beat it.
Yep. And then there are some really great programs that are going on, because right now they are currently enrolling in Head Start, ages 3 to 5 years old. My son has been here since he was 2, so he'll be 5 this upcoming year. So if you or anybody else you know is on the fence about Head Start has been excellent for my child. So if you or anybody you know needs somewhere for their child to go this upcoming school year, I urge you to have them be a part of the Head Start community. I don't regret it. And anybody who talked me out of it, shame on you. Because I love Head Start, especially Community Action Agency Head Start. In addition to being a Head Start parent, Community Action Agency actually has some other programs. So right now they have this nationwide campaign, Give Every Child a Home at Head Start. And so they are trying to help in homelessness. So they're trying to give 100,000 families a home. So if you or anybody you know who's watching this is homeless, and that means you don't have your own home, your name is not on the lease, you are sleeping at somebody's house, your sister, your aunt, your cousin, your grandmother, your mother, I urge you to contact CAA so that they can help get you into your own home, because we know as a parent, as families, there's nothing worse than not being able to go to your own home, having your own space, letting your children have their own rooms. That's really heartbreaking to hear that there are parents that are not able to provide a home for their children. So if I already was able to help, I have a group on Facebook of like 700 mothers that I started, and I was able to help one mom. She was getting ready to be homeless, and I had them contact Miss Melanie, and Miss Melanie had her contact the homelessness initiative, and they have prevented her from being homeless. So I am a witness that this program does and will work for whomever it needs to work for. Don't be ashamed. They don't treat you like they don't treat you like Hamilton County. Okay?
No, you are not a burden. I actually had another parent, and speaking at the parent committee meeting, she came to me in private. You wanted to be a that's no one wants to say, hey, I'm homeless. And I gave her Miss Melanie's information, and she contacted me, let her know who else to contact to get the ball rolling, and they must have fulfilled her needs. She seems to be doing all right.
So there's no shame. Everybody has fallen upon hard times. So I say don't be ashamed. Miss Melanie's not going to treat you any kind of way, and nobody else at Community Action Agency is going to treat you any kind of way either. So don't be ashamed. Get help. Get the help you need, because sometimes people just need a leg up. They need a hand up, and that's okay. It's not a handout, it's a help up, okay? So Latifa had mentioned the construction training, right? You're taking that? Okay.
Yes.
You want to give them some more information on the construction program?
Okay.
You can tell them all about it.
I sure will. So the CAA's construction program, I'll give this brief paragraph, provides classroom experience and hands-on construction training to individuals 18 years of age and up. In this 2-month pre-apprenticeship program, participants work side by side with industry professionals to learn residential and commercial construction. Cincinnati participants will earn the following certificates in training: your NCCER, OSHA 10, First Aid CPR, Bobcat certification and construction job placement assistance, and I have all of those. Okay? Never in my life did I think I'd be.
So how was the
driving a
program for
Bobcat.
you?
I loved it. Thank you.
So how was that?
It
What did
it
you-
was great. I didn't know anything really about tools. Now I can say, oh, those metal studs are far enough apart. Those wood studs. Oh no, you did not put the plastic barrier in the right spot. You know, so many different things that I did not pay attention to
Right.
that I now know. And especially as a woman, this is a man's work world. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and people will tell you anything.
Yep.
You just pray and you go along with it and you spend your hard-earned money.
Mhm.
And I found myself spending way more than I was making and, you know, falling under at times because I didn't know. So I said, okay, let me take the initiative to my own life and take this training. And the teachers were wonderful. The staff was great.
You know how to lay drywall now?
Yes. Ceilings first. I learned that too. Because I got clay and somebody put the walls up and they were like, oh, why they do that? And I'm like, you're right. I didn't know that before they took my money.
Look. So it sounds
So-
like the construction program is a really good program. Is it free?
It is.
It is. It's a
It's
free
free.
program. So there are a lot of construction jobs that start in the spring and go till the fall because mostly a lot of people take breaks in the winter because of the weather.
Exactly.
So if you want to learn how to be a construction worker, like they make good money.
They do.
Good money.
And these
And a
people
free
here-
program to teach you how to do that and job placement.
Job
Come on.
placement.
Come on. There is no better place. That's why I told you I love
Mm-hmm.
community action agency.
Rob Rogers is on it. He's been fighting for you. If somebody come up with an amount saying, hey, I want to pay 10, 11 an hour, they say, oh, no. These students here have this, and this. We need more money. Serious.
Okay.
Like, I mean, people were making at least 15 an hour
starting
and
up. Starting.
You know, starting. Getting on
Starting?
the job, calls, emails, this and that. So if you were only not employed with something because you didn't want it.
Yep.
You know, you just wanted to fill your life in with time to act like you
Yep.
were doing something.
Because I'm saying a free construction program where they give you all the certifications that you need and then some, and job placement starting at $15 an hour. Go get that money.
Take care of your business.
Go get that money.
Thank you.
Okay. The next one is the next training that they have is the CDL training course, which is that also a free program too?
Yes.
It is? Okay, the CDL is a free program too? Come on.
All of them.
Come on. CDL program is free 99. You will learn how to drive a truck. So, to be eligible, all right, you will receive your Class A commercial driver's license in this 5-week training course. I think that's quicker than Metro. That's quicker than Queen City Transportation. That's quicker than First Student.
Yeah.
Is it paid training? Oh, I don't know. We'll find that information out later.
I'm sorry.
But they have partnered with Napier Trucking, truck driver training. So, to be eligible, you must be a resident of Hamilton County. Check. You must be 21 years of age or older. Check. Complete and pass the Department of Transportation's physical examination. Check. Be eligible, be income eligible. Check. Now this is important, have transportation to and from Napier Trucking School. That needs to be a big check. You want to know why? Because if somebody's going to train you for free to get CDLs, and there are a lot of good paying jobs with CDLs, trucking companies, bus companies, etc., go get that CDL.
Exactly.
There's no
No
need.
excuses.
We just gave you 2 programs that help you for free to give you a step up. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to put
And
this.
she has a whole pile in her hand.
I
So
do.
It doesn't end there.
It's-
If you need to keep listening, please do. If you don't like the first 2 options.
There's so many different programs. So, like she said, if you don't want to get this money, it's because you don't want to.
Make yourself available
Yes.
to push yourself through life.
I'm
Things
like-
happen, life happens, kids happen. We all know that. Tragedies.
Yep.
But there's a way to make it, and there are people who will support you.
Yes. My last piece of news at the moment is the Black Family Reunion.
You don't want to miss the 31st annual Black Family Reunion. Come one, come all.
Family reunion. Got to have a family reunion.
Saturday, August 17th and Sunday, August 18th, 2019 at Sawyer Point.
It is on Saturday, August 17th. Or no, hold on. It says August. Oh, it is August.
You know what? This is a mom's world right here, okay? This is what happens when you're busy and full of life and all of that. We understand.
It is August. This next weekend.
See?
Oh, Lord. Jesus. Okay. So, the Black Family Reunion is on Saturday, August 17th. It starts at the arrival time. Oh, you guys are doing a parade. We're always a part of the parade. So it starts at 9 a.m. You arrive at 9 a.m. and the parade begins at 10 a.m. And then the route is from the Avondale Town Center. And is it going downtown? No. It just starts at the Avondale Town Center. Don't meet us there. Meet us there. Okay? So we got a little bit of time left to continue our conversation from part 1 of the art of co-parenting. I was surrounded by men, so we got a lot of men perspectives on how they co-parent and what their different situations were. And so I'm going to give Latifa the floor to kind of guide us through, or maybe some tips or some things that you have learned along the way for the art of co-parenting.
Yes. As I said, I have 5 children. Life is always not perfect, especially different backgrounds, just different thinking. You know, it just can lead to spats and, you know, unresolved things. You never want to walk around, when you're a parent, whether you're together or not, you just need to put everything on the table. But there is a way to do it, you know, in a respectful manner. And
first, you need to know who you had a child with.
And sometimes people show you who they are later. Let's you know, people will say, well, why didn't you know that before? Because they didn't show me that side before, you know?
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Because at first my argument used to be like, whoa, why didn't you get to know them beforehand? Sometimes you don't know who somebody is until a situation arises. And people have to step up to the plate.
And life teaches you that. It's so easy to look at somebody else's situation and say, girl, I would never. Get it together. You know better. Your mama. And then you're sitting there looking like, I knew better. My mama or my sister. You know, we always think we can dodge life at times. And then you go through it. So I've been on the end of not knowing somebody and them being a really nice person. Then when it came to parenting, we just came from two different worlds,
mm-hmm.
2 different thought processes. And I had to know sometimes everything's not worth the argument. Some things you have to come back to. And I'm probably more on the man's side. I say, I'm going to take a walk. I have to walk away. I can't talk about it. Versus from what I've seen, even in my family, a lot of women want to keep talking and talking and talking. I can't keep talking. My nerves get bad. My temper's short. And I don't need to go to jail. So I take a walk. Because walks are healthy and it's good for your heart and your mind and your soul.
See, and that's the thing. I want to keep talking. We don't need. Okay, come on. Let's just resolve this now, like a 30-minute Cosby show, so we can just go ahead and get it over with. Because I don't want to just prolong. But I had to learn in the art of co-parenting. I have to let him walk away, or we both just decide to walk away from that particular conversation, come back to it with a cooler mind, and then talk about it. I just don't like stuff to linger.
Yeah.
That's how I am. But I've learned to meet him in the middle when it comes to that. And now we have much better conversations when it's one approached with a cool head to begin with. You can't fight fire with fire. You gotta put the fires out and then proceed to talk about the issues.
Because one person's blaze always wants to be bigger, and it just
And then the next thing you know, the house on fire.
You're looking like California.
Yep.
Sorry.
Looking like a forest fire.
It's not okay. You need a bed with a hat. What was his name?
Who?
The bear with the hat.
Oh,
Only
Yogi.
you
Yogi.
kept- Yogi.
Oh.
He was still in picture.
Oh, Smokey the Bear.
Thank you. Thank you. She said, Yogi, she hungry. We hungry.
And then you said, yeah.
Sorry, this is real.
Oh, Lord. I haven't seen Smokey the Bear in I don't know how long.
Yeah, I was just remembered him though. He's stuck. He's like etched in my brain. Like,
Oh my gosh,
like
I call
an air
him
program
Yogi.
or something. That's okay.
Yogi is so.
Yogi, Smokey.
What did
they-
Yogi do?
they
I
mo-
can't even remember.
He was hungry.
Oh, he was always hungry.
Yes, he was.
And who was his
stealing.
little
He was a
side
thief.
companion? Oh, Boo Boo. Okay. Yogi the Bear and Boo Boo.
And
Okay.
you all can see that nobody told us that. We came up with it on our own.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Nobody told us.
No help from behind the camera.
No help from
No
Miss Terry
assistance.
at all. None whatsoever. So, I guess we could, or let's see, we got a couple minutes left. Do you want to talk about something that a challenge that you had in co-parenting and how you overcame it?
Yes, especially when you have a child from a previous relationship and balancing keeping the parent who may not do the most and the new pursuit, a new person and who
The
wants
new
to take over
relationship.
everything. It's finding that good balance, and it's knowing when, hey, you can't force anybody to do anything, whether it's parenting, whether it's working, eating right, whatever, And so just being cognizant of everyone's emotions is just a lot of work. You think about your kids, you think about your mate. And then sometimes in relationships, you have to make sure you remember yourself. I think sometimes things get out of control because we don't remember how important we are. And just as mothers, and I'm not saying fathers aren't sacrificial, but a mother's love is just sacrificial. And we wind up sacrificing everything, even in terms of, gaining weight, our hair, our looks, and things like that. And you just,
Because look at my crooked wig. Just look at it.
guess what? I had some crochet naps I had to cut out in the bathroom.
I'm just
because
saying.
It happens.
For
you
real.
know, stuff is dry. You need some
Sometimes
moisture,
you gotta
need
just
moisture.
fix it.
I think the heels of my feet might be okay, but some days they're
Some
not.
days, mine are not today. Not today.
It's real.
Sometimes you gotta twist that wig
Now
on.
we have other people in the room checking because that's real.
And sometimes you can't afford, you gotta pick something between your child and your hair. So you gotta, my wig had curls and then I wanted the different style. So I just decided to flat her, but it didn't get flat
And
enough.
as a parent, you gotta make sure your bonnet, the bonnet band is tight enough, keeping your
Yes.
stuff on. But sometimes there's not enough. You're like, okay, they need a burger. I don't want to stop here. I don't have both my bank cards.
Right.
I'm gonna use this card change for this burger and not a new bonnet.
That's what I'm saying. The sacrifices mothers made.
Burgers.
Look at
and
my
bonnets.
eyebrows, okay?
I think that's a
They
slogan.
need to get done.
Burgers
okay?
and bonnets.
But my son needed to eat today. So guess what came first?
She didn't make him eat a bonnet.
Look, she. I didn't make it to get the bonnet. The bonnet got sacrificed today, okay? So we're gonna wrap this up, okay? We are broadcasting live from Allen Temple. We are supported by Mr. Eric Armstrong and Ms. Terry Marshall of Legacy Video LLC. So always remember, thank you so much for tuning in to the Parent Connection podcast. And remember, real mothers matter, real fathers matter, and real families matter. Thank you for tuning in.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the